Hi everyone, and welcome. I am so excited to have you here today. Get ready to embark on an incredible journey with me to one of my absolute favorite places, the beautiful, sun-kissed country of Portugal. Let's unlock the magic of Portugal. This video is the first in our new series, Wanderlust Unlocked. Hit subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss future adventures. We'll be tasting food, meeting people, and soaking in culture authentically and personally. Feel like you're right there with me, every step of the way. Our adventure begins in the incredible capital city, Lisbon. The city blends old-world charm and super cool modern vibes, vibrant streets buzzing with energy. One minute you're wandering ancient alleys, the next you're in a trendy cafe. First up, the historic Belém neighborhood. We'll visit the magnificent Belém Tower, a guardian of the city. Just a short walk away is the Jerónimos Monastery. The architecture will leave you speechless. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Walk through grand halls and cloisters and feel the weight of centuries of history. Next, hop on the famous tram 28. It's an experience in itself, rattling through Alfama. Get lost in Alfama's labyrinth of alleys. Hidden courtyards and the soulful sounds of fado drift from tiny restaurants. No visit is complete without the Time Out Market, a food lover's paradise where you can sample traditional dishes and modern creations. I'm definitely grabbing a pastel de nata, crispy, creamy, and absolutely heavenly. Lisbon is the perfect place to start our Portuguese journey. From here we travel north to the enchanting city of Porto. Let's go. Porto awaits with wine, riverside views, and colorful houses. From Lisbon, we travel north to the enchanting city of Porto. The Ribeira district is a kaleidoscope of tiled houses stacked along the waterfront. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can't talk about Porto without the iconic Dom Luís Nun Bridge. Walk the top deck for breathtaking panoramic views. On one side, Ribeira, on the other, the port wine cellars of Vila Nova de Gaia. Stop at Livraria Lello, one of the world's most beautiful bookstores, said to have inspired J.K. Rowling. With intricate wood carvings and a stained glass ceiling, it truly feels like a fairy tale. Cross to Vila Nova de Gaia for cellar tours. Learn how port is made, age in barrels, and taste rich. Sweet port with a view back at Porto. Go at sunset. The golden light reflecting on the river is unforgettable. Sipping port and watching Porto glow across the river. The perfect end to a Porto day. Just a short train ride from Lisbon lies a fairy tale town, Sintra. The area is lush and green with rolling hills and dense forests that feel magical. The crown jewel, Pina Palace, a dazzling explosion of color with terraces, towers, and opulent rooms. Exploring terraces and towers gives spectacular views. On a clear day you can see the Atlantic. Next, the mysterious Quinta da Regaleira, famous for its initiation well and hidden tunnels. Descending the spiral stairs feels like a real-life treasure hunt. Every statue and fountain seems to hide a meaning. For ancient history lovers, climb the Moorish castle. Its ramparts offer dramatic sentinel-like views. Pena Palace, Quinta da Regaleira, and the Moorish castle make Sintra unforgettable. Pure magic. Now, let's journey inland to the Douro Valley, one of the world's most stunning wine regions. Steep, terraced vineyards tumble down to the Douro River. The grapes that make port are grown here. One of the best ways to experience the Douro is by river cruise. Gliding along with vineyard views is unforgettable. Hop off at a quinta for tours and tastings. Learn from winemakers and taste famous port and local wines. Prefer land? The Linha do Douro follows the river with jaw-dropping views. Hop off at Pinhao to see tiled station art. Sit on the deck, feel the breeze, watch the scenery unfold. The Douro is the definition of a peaceful escape. Time to head south to Portugal's famous coastline, the Algarve. From long golden stretches to hidden coves, the Algarve is a beach lover's paradise. One iconic spot, Benagil Cave, a massive sea cave with a hole in the ceiling that lets sunlight stream in. The only way in is by water. Take a boat, kayak, or paddleboard for a magical, echoing cavern experience. Visit Lagos for its lively marina and charming old town. Just outside, Ponta da Piedade's sea arches and grottos are best seen by boat or clifftop hike. At Europe's southwestern tip, Sagres offers windswept cliffs and history. Watch the sunset from the fortress where explorers once looked to the sea. Now for something different. We're flying into the Atlantic to the island paradise of Madeira. Often called the Pearl of the Atlantic or the Floating Garden, Madeira is bursting with subtropical greenery. Hike the Levadas, historic irrigation channels that now form miles of scenic walking trails through forest and waterfall vistas. These trails take you into the UNESCO-protected Laura Silva Forest, pristine and ancient. For a thrill, visit Cabo Hirao's glass-floored skywalk. Look nearly 2,000 feet down to tiny terraced fields. In Funchal, the Mercado dos Lavradores is a feast for the senses. Exotic fruits and fragrant flowers. Take the cable car up to Monte and try the traditional wicker toboggan ride down. A uniquely Madeiran thrill. Now further out into the Atlantic, the Azores, a volcanic archipelago of raw nature and adventure. 9 volcanic islands with dramatic craters, hot springs, and lush pastures, one of Europe's best-kept nature secrets. Setecidides, the iconic twin lakes with distinct blue and green hues. Hike to Vista do Rei for the postcard panorama. The Azores are world-class for whale and dolphin watching. Join a responsible eco-tour to see these giants. Relax in Furnace's thermal pools and try Cozido das Furnace, a stew slow-cooked underground by volcanic heat. From whales to rich marine biodiversity, the Azores are an adventure for the soul. Whether hiking craters, soaking in hot springs, or watching whales breach, the Azores will stay with you long after you leave. Heading inland to Alentejo, Évora is a living museum with a UNESCO-listed old town. The Roman temple, often called the Temple of Diana, dates to the 1st century AD. Its Corinthian columns are stunning. For something macabre, visit the Chapel of Bones. Walls lined with skulls and bones with the inscription, "We bones that are here, for yours we wait." Wander whitewashed alleys, discover hidden courtyards, and taste hearty Alentejo cuisine. Évora invites you to slow down. Its layered history and quiet plazas make Évora unforgettable. Next, step into the fairy tale walled town of Óbidos, a photographer's dream. Walk the ramparts for sweeping views, then wander the maze of cobbled streets lined with whitewashed houses and flowers. You cannot leave Óbidos without trying Ginginha de Óbidos, a sweet cherry liqueur served in an edible chocolate cup. For the grand finale, Coimbra, the ancient seat of learning, perched above the Mondego River. Don't miss Biblioteca Joanina, a Baroque library of gilded halls and 60,000 antique books. In the evening, experience Fado de Coimbra, haunting, student-sung melodies accompanied by Portuguese guitars. And that's a wrap on our top 10 unmissable places in Portugal. I'd love to hear, what was your favorite place today? Share recommendations in the comments. Let's build the ultimate Portugal guide together. If you had fun, like and subscribe, turn on notifications, and join me next time. We'll be trading pastel de natas for pasta and ancient ruins. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Wanderlust Unlocked. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring. Bye.